Hello students and welcome back. Myself Miss Sabine, your teacher from St. Paul's High School. In the previous lecture we learned about the events that took place in the decade of 1960s, 70s and 80s. Today we will learn about the changes that took place after 90s. That is the events that took place as well as the development which India did in the field of science and technology as well as social welfare. So let us begin with the chapter.
India, events after 1960. The changes after 1991. Students, you have already learned about the changes that took place in the decade of 60s, 70s and 80s. So today we will be learning about the changes that took place after 1991. Soviet Russia disintegrated into several different small countries. The Cold War came to an end. P.V. Narasimha Rao initiated many changes in the Indian economy. During this period, Ram Janmabhoomi and the Babri Mosque issue at Ayodhya came to the forefront. In the elections conducted between 1996 and 1999, no political party got a clear majority in the Lok Sabha. This resulted in three governments in a short span of time. Those led by Prime Ministers Atal Bihari Vajpayee, H.D. Deve Gowda and Inder Kumar Gujral were amongst them. Finally, in 1999, the National Democratic Alliance came to power under the flag of Bharatiya Janata Party. Atal Bihari Vajpayee became India's Prime Minister. Atal Bihari Vajpayee tried to establish a dialogue with Pakistan but was not successful. The changes after 1991. India conducted a number of nuclear tests in 1998 and declared herself as an atomic power. In 1999, there was another war between India and Pakistan in Kargil region over the Kashmir issue. India defeated Pakistan in this war as well. Indian economy. Right from independence, the modernization of economy, economic self-sufficiency and social justice have been the characteristics of Indian economy. Right after independence, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru always focused on India's foreign policy where he could be able to improve the economy of India as well as make India a self-sufficient country. Along with that, he always focused on the social justice among the citizens of India. India wanted to acquire modernity and self-reliance by establishing industries. India wanted to establish an economy based on social justice through planning. For this, the National Planning Commission was established that would coordinate development through the policy of 5-year plan. As I told you students regarding this National Planning Commission which was been established in order to develop India economically as well as the main focus was to look after the welfare of the society in India. Thus, these national planning commissions established and coordinated the policies of 5-year plans. Students, today we all know initial government, whichever the ruling government is present, always rule a country or always rule India for 5 years. Thus, after every 5 years, the plans, the policies which need to be established or to coordinate or to implement the policies for betterment of the country or the people of the country, the 5-year plans were made. They focused on specific problem, and thus these problems were to be solved under the tenure of 5 years. Thus every 5 years the elections are held. The Narasimha Rao government started economic reform from 1991. These economic reforms are called as economic liberation. The Indian economy flourished as a result of the implementation of these policies. As I told you about the policies regarding, for example, regarding the welfare of the weaker sections of the society, or for developing the women empowerment, such issues which were present in the society needs to be focused, or for example developing the industries or to improve the employment opportunities among the people, to focus on developing the agricultural implementations. So these were the policies which needed to be implemented. And then after the 1991, India started flourishing, like we were starting to keep on developing economically in by implementing the policies in these 5-year plans. The foreign investment in India increased. First of all, Indian population as well as the demand in the foreign countries for the Indian, like in foreign countries started investing in India, and skilled Indian professionals helped reform the Indian economy. The field of information technology opened several avenues of employment in the country. The changes after 1991 are also described as globalization. Science and technology. Two major events must be mentioned while describing India's efforts towards self-reliance. Dr. M. S. Swaminathan is known as the father of the Green Revolution in 1965. He implemented new specific agricultural techniques and agricultural food grains. The experiments in cooperative dairy movement by Dr. Verghese Kurian led to increase of milk production in India. This is called as White Revolution. India also made a lot of progress in the field of atomic energy and space research. Dr. Homi Bhabha laid the foundation of the Indian Atomic Power Program. India insisted in using atomic energy for peaceful purposes like generation of electricity, pharmaceuticals, and defense. India has achieved considerable success in space technology as well. In 1975, the first satellite Aryabhatta was launched. Today, India has a successful space program and many satellites have been launched under this program. India has also made considerable advancement in the telecom sector. Changes in social field. Changes related with the issue of the empowerment of women and the others related with one policies regarding to the uplift of the deprived sections of the society. To promote the all-round development of women and children, a separate Department of Women and Child Development was created in 1985 under the Ministry of Human Resource Development. Some laws were made to ensure social justice to women and to help the implementation of various schemes in this direction. They include the Prohibition of Dowry Act, Equal Remuneration Act. As per the 73rd and 74th Constitution amendments, seats were reserved for the women in the local self-government bodies. According to the maker of the Constitution, the constituents of the Indian society were deprived of dignity and equal opportunities due to the caste system. The Kakasaheb Kalelkar Commission was set up in 1953 to make recommendations so as to improve their condition. In 1978, a commission was constituted under the chairmanship of B.P. Mandal to study the issue of the other backward classes. The policies of reservation was adopted in order to strengthen the representation of backward sections in the various services and institutions. The government passed the Prevention of Atrocities Act in 1989 to enable those belonging to the scheduled castes and tribes to live with dignity and respect, free from fear, violence and oppression of the upper classes. Globalization. Globalization brought about many changes in different fields like economy, politics, science and technology, and society and culture. India has emerged as an important country on the global scene in different spheres. India is an important member of international organizations like G20 and BRICS. India has experienced an important revolution in the field of telecommunication technology. Mobile phones, internet, and the communication facilities based on the satellite have spread all across the country. In the political field, India has demonstrated to the world how a stable democracy can function successfully. All this has resulted in a total transformation in the field of Indians and especially the youth. These changes are visible from their dietary habits, clothing, language and beliefs.
So students, in this way we end our chapter. Hope you all understood the chapter. In the next chapter, we will be learning about the challenges faced by India. The assignment has been attached and some questions have been put in the assignments in the end of the video. Hope you will solve the assignments. Till then, stay home, stay safe.